Valerie Adventure Travel and Raw Moments is a YouTube channel where Valerie shares her journeys across the world, open-ended trips, peaceful escapes into nature, and raw moments from life on the road. She spends most of her time outdoors, camping, hitchhiking, and exploring some of the most beautiful places she can find. But during one of her solo camping trips in Kazakhstan, what was supposed to be a quiet night in nature turned into an experience that left her deeply unsettled and questioning just how safe she truly was out there alone. On July 20th, 2023, Valerie set out on another adventure. The plan seemed simple enough: hitchhike from Turkestan to Aristanbab and spend the night camping under the open sky. But what began as a routine travel day would soon take a turn that would shake her confidence in solo camping forever.
I'm just a few hundred meters away from the city center in Turkestan, and it's sad to see, but it looks like a different world. The streets are full of potholes, they're scattered everywhere. The contrast is very big, like the huge buildings and the fountains. Yeah, it's just like, it's the same city, right? Bye-bye! So I didn't come very far today, not yet. A friendly man took me with him, even though he didn't have to go this direction. It was really friendly that he took me some kilometers outside of the city center, so it's easier to get another lift here. He was afraid that his wife would be jealous, so I didn't show him on camera. But yeah, here I'm on a proper road, good for hitchhiking. Look at the moon, it's so beautiful. And the sky changes its color. It's gonna be a beautiful sunset tonight. But yeah, I want to cover some more distance, so I will show the people my thumb.
And a few moments later, I had my lift to Aristanbab.
Kadar ket bradrigen.
Kayda gitti.
Sarangyo.
Bye, girl. Love you. So lucky I met this family. They were so sweet. And they took me like 1 hour from Turkestan to Aristanbab. I wanted to come here because there's a beautiful mausoleum and a mosque, and it's a bit more rural here. It was like dirt road, nothing to see, but yeah, that's Kazakhstan. I love that. So cool. And now I'm looking for a spot to set up my tent, somewhere with a good view. I would love to wake up and see the mausoleum in the morning, so I try to go somewhere on the field to find a spot where it's even. Let's check it out.
She caught a ride and finally made it to Aristanbab. From there, she hiked about 200 meters toward a quiet spot near a mausoleum where she began setting up her camp for the night.
It is actually soft. The size is just perfect. I'm glad about this tent. Woo! My first night in a tent in Kazakhstan. My first night in this tent also. It's very basic, but it brought me here, so it's good. I'm thankful I have it, because tent always means flexibility, and that's what I love. Actually, the driver brought me to a guest house, which is like 200 meters from here, and thought I wanted to sleep there, but then I said, no, actually I have my tent with me, and I said I will just go to the fields. I'm excited. I don't know how cold it's gonna be tonight. Right now it's still warm, but I don't know if it has like a desert effect kind of thing. For the rest of the night, I want to cut a few videos for my stories. Yeah, then I will sleep because I think it's gonna be very hot in the morning, and I want to see the mausoleum for sunrise. Good night.
Valerie settled into her tent. The air carried that first night excitement, the kind that comes with choosing your own view for sunrise. But the calm wouldn't last. As darkness crept in, the mood shifted, and the night delivered an encounter she never saw coming, one that would leave her completely disturbed.
I had probably slept for 1 hour until I heard a noise. It was the horses coming closer to my tent. Hello. So I opened the door to watch them and welcome them. But then a car approached. There is someone in the car. I hope he doesn't mind me camping here on his ground.
Kazakhstan bilmeydi ki de var.
WhatsApp verse. Telefon.
Bye bye. Thank you. Katarahmat. Thank you. Bye. What was that? It was so weird. Okay, so obviously these people are the owner of the field and the horses. So they came to check on them and they saw my tent, and I was already watching the horses. So I went outside to speak with them and ask them if it's okay that I sleep here on their field. And we Google Translate for maybe like half an hour and it didn't really work. Maybe they spoke an accent or something. I don't know. Anyways, I couldn't really understand it, but we were passing my phone all the time, and then all of a sudden he switched to photos. I don't know, maybe probably by accident, but he started scrolling through all of my pictures and he was so interested in seeing where I was. And also he really wanted to know what am I doing here, whether I would not like to sleep in a homestay instead, and like what about my parents, am I married? This is also the question I get every time, like what's my name, and then are you married? Like everyone, yeah, eventually I got my phone back. They were so interested and they wanted to have my WhatsApp number. I don't know why. And yeah, eventually they left and then they returned and I was like, what's the problem now? I went all the way back after 5 minutes to ask me for my Instagram name and my YouTube. This one.
She began a casual conversation with the property owner and his wife, and on the surface, they seemed friendly enough. But something felt off. The man started asking oddly personal questions, lingering too long on details about her life and scrolling through her personal photos. An immediate warning sign. His curiosity didn't stop there. He returned later, pressing for her Instagram account. Valerie thought the encounter had ended, but had no idea that it was far from over.
Can't believe I just called this man friendly. I'm so disappointed. It's 3 a.m. I heard a noise. Someone was saying something. I opened the door of my tent and then he was there again, like very close. And he was like making a kissing gesture. And I said, what? I was still like, I didn't understand what was going on because I just woke up, and he really tried to go into my tent. I had to stop him and push him away, and he said, what are you doing? No. Like clearly said, no. And he wouldn't understand, like he wouldn't want to understand. I was like in such a shock because I didn't get why, like what was happening, and I kept saying no, and he wanted to still like come inside. Eventually he said, yeah, phone to speak, like Google Translate. And I said, no, leave me alone. No, go. And I think I said this for 2 minutes straight until he finally left. But man, I've never had that before. And yeah, now he went back into his car. I don't know, will he return or not? So it's a bit stupid situation right now. And I mean, so sad, because they were friendly and stuff, but this really destroyed it, unfortunately. And it was the first time I didn't really feel 100% safe. I mean, I was sure that one day I will face these kind of situations, but yeah, it just didn't happen to me yet. Yeah, now I placed my cutlery next to me just in case. I don't think he will come back, but you never know. I think I would just catch some more hours of sleep and then make a move somewhere. Yeah, not the best feeling for sure.
Valerie was completely unnerved. To be jolted awake, only to see a man standing there, trying to get into her tent, shattered the sense of safety she had felt. The trust and openness she had shown to strangers now felt like a dangerous misstep. Her heart raced as she realized how quickly the situation could have escalated. This man clearly had no good intentions. For 5 long, tense minutes, she held him back, insisting he leave. Eventually, he drove away, but Valerie remained shaken, haunted by the thought that what if he came back?
When he was in the car, checking my phone, and he didn't care about me standing outside with the mosquitoes for like half an hour. It was 1:30 in the morning. Obviously, I wanted to sleep, and he didn't have the empathy to understand that. And the same thing was when he came to my tent, expecting me to want to be with him for some reason, and he wouldn't take a no in this situation. Only after like 5 minutes of constantly saying no, 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 and like closing the tent. Yeah, he clearly didn't have any empathy. He didn't understand that I was feeling bad, and I do feel unsafe in this situation. And he actually takes some of my courage, because yeah, I mean, if something like that happens, the next night I'm in my tent, I will think of that again. My courage is precious for me to keep traveling the way I do. So I'm really angry. I really blame him for, yeah, the thoughts I will have in the future.
Valerie spent the rest of the night on high alert, every sound and shadow keeping her on edge. When dawn finally broke, a wave of relief washed over her. She had made it out safely, yet the memory of the encounter lingered, leaving her shaken. Questions raced through her mind. What if he had become more aggressive? Alone in the wilderness, there was no one to help her. Fortunately, she got out of the situation unharmed. But this experience forever changed her perspective. Sometimes, keeping your distance from strangers is the only way to stay safe. This encounter comes from a YouTube channel called Hunting the Dead, run by Jody, a popular creator known for venturing into the unknown. He often takes his viewers along as he explores haunted forests, desolate backroads, and eerie forgotten sites most people wouldn't dare to step foot in. On October 11th, 2024, Jody and his friend Mask set out to explore a forest infamous for its disturbing past, a place where locals have reported countless paranormal sightings and even encounters with alleged skinwalkers. Their plan was simple: arrive at the location, set up camp, and spend the entire night in the woods to find out whether the rumors were true or if something far more terrifying awaited them in the dark.
We want to do this the way that it's supposed to be done. We pitch a tent, we go to scary places, and we camp overnight. And I just heard something come from that way. But I was just going to say, a lot of people have been telling me that I should get like an RV or get like a van and do van camping. I can appreciate the simplicity and comfortability of that, the glampingness of that. However, I feel like this is the raw stuff. This is the real stuff. This is This is what I want to see if I'm going to watch somebody doing this. And I would imagine this is what you guys possibly want to see too. So we got a tent pitched. We're going to try and get the fire going. I suck at this tonight. It's not going so well. It was going pretty good. Yeah. It's completely out now. You guys are going to eat some dinner with us here in a second. Guys, we got the fire going. I don't know if it's going to stay going, but it's looking pretty good. You're going to stick your marshmallow? Oh, you are. Look at you, dirty little marshmallow boy. Where's my Whoa, you hear that?
I'll get one.
No, I'm on a diet. I can't do that.
I'll give you this one.
Oh, I appreciate it, man, but that's okay. Thank you. No, it's a pretty nice tent. This tent could probably fit at least 4 people comfortably in like sleeping bags. So I've been asking Alicia if she would do like an overnight camping thing with Mask and I, and she's kind of against it, but I think she'll buckle soon, and maybe we can get her to do one with us. That'd be pretty neat.
After setting up their tent and lighting a small fire to keep themselves warm, Jody and Mask decided to take a short walk deeper into the forest. The night was still, the only sound being the crunch of leaves beneath their feet. But there was something off about the atmosphere, an eerie stillness that seemed to press down on them. Both men felt it, that uneasy mix of curiosity and dread.
It was pretty nice. The only thing I didn't like, bro,
Was you snoring?
oh, of course, it was me snoring. No, seriously, the only thing I didn't like was how claustrophobic it felt. Like with here, we can really get out here and move around. What, did you see something?
Somebody has a flashlight.
You seen somebody with a flashlight?
Yeah.
Dude, I hope not. We're just getting started here. I hope not. Well, wait. There might... No, there's not. I was going to say, I double checked and there are no other people camping in here tonight. Now, there's people on the RV part that's on the other side of this because there's like some park over there. But there's nobody over here.
Yeah, it's moving.
I didn't see the light, but maybe it could be because I have a light.
As they ventured deeper, Mask caught a flicker of light in the distance, a flashlight bobbing faintly among the trees. He dismissed it, assuming it was just another person in the forest, and pressed on, curiosity outweighing caution as they delved further into the shadowy woods.
Camera battery just dropped. Bro, look at that. My camera battery just dropped. Yeah. What the fuck was that? Bro, what the fuck was that? Yo, what was that?
I don't fucking know.
Bro. It keeps on coming from up this way right here. Bro, that was scary as shit, whatever the hell that was.
Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream tore through the forest, breaking the eerie silence. Fear gripped them instantly. They tried to convince themselves it was just some animal moving in the woods and returned to their camp. Once inside the tent, they logged off with their viewers, hoping to get some rest. But in the dead of night, something terrifying jolted them awake.
Hello? Hello? Yo, there's somebody over here too. Hey, you... Hey, you better stop. We're not putting up with your crap tonight, okay? Dude, how many are there? It sounds like there's 3. Dude, it sounds like they're cutting my tent. Stop! Hey, I just seen the shadow. There's 3 people here. There's 3 people out there, bro. There's something standing right there. Oh shit, there's one. Hey, there's ones behind me. There must be more. Whoa. Whoa, something just touched me. Hey. Someone just fucking touched me. Oh my god.
What the fuck are they doing?
Dude, what do you want? You know we're in here, okay? Just leave us alone. What do you guys want? Can I give you some chicken nuggets to go away? Are they throwing shit at our tent? Hey, there must be 4 of them. Dude, what the hell is he doing? Get away from our tent!
Y'all on crack?
Hey. Somebody just poked me in my back, bro. Something just poked me in my back. Sorry, I want to walk. Fuck. Bro, stop! Leave us alone! Dude, he just fucking... Hey! Alright, dude, we're gonna have to rush this motherfucker. Oh, what? Now you guys gonna run off like some bitches? Here, open it up. Where's it at? It's at the bottom. I always forget this. Come on, motherfuckers, where are you? You see anything?
No.
What was that? I don't see anything, do you?
No.
Suddenly, hands began jabbing at their tent. It wasn't just one person. Multiple figures circled them, tapping and prodding, their movements aggressive and deliberate, yet silent. They killed their flashlights, trying to communicate with whoever was out there, but received no response. Whoever it was clear. They were being toyed with. Panic surged through them as the realization sank in. These silent intruders had no friendly intentions, and the uncertainty of what they wanted made the situation even more terrifying. After what felt like an eternity, they mustered the courage to unzip the tent, but the figures had already vanished without a trace.
Dude, what were they doing at the top of the tent?
See anything?
I don't see shit.
You know what?
What?
Remember the flashlights that I seen?
Yeah. I remember you saying you seen flashlights, yeah. You think that was them?
Maybe that's them.
Puzzled and shaken, they scanned their surroundings, hearts pounding in the darkness. The forest had gone eerily silent again, but the thought lingered. Whoever had been lurking just beyond their tent wasn't gone at all. They were probably still out there, watching, and that realization made them even more uneasy.
Hey,
What?
look.
What is it? Is that blood? Dude, that looks like blood. It looks like blood splatter.
And then the spirit talker said staff.
Dude, what the heck? I don't know. Bro. Maybe it is. If you're out there, why don't you come out? Why don't you face us like men? Huh? We're right here. What, we gotta go in the tent for you to show some balls?
They noticed what appeared to be bloodstains on the floor of a nearby shed, a sight that made their stomachs drop. Gripped by fear, yet driven by curiosity, they ventured deeper into the woods, hoping to catch whoever had been stalking them. But they found no trace of anyone in the forest and made their way back to camp. And that's when this happened.
Hey, they fucked our tent up. Bro, are you fucking kidding me? They fucked our tent up, guys. Or they fucked with our shit. Is my camera okay?
Yeah, still here.
See, it's not even the point, dude. They don't even want to rob us. They just want to fucking fuck with us. Hey, Mask. Hey, Mask. He's fucking running. I'm gonna get you, motherfucker! Come on. Where'd he go?
How about he disappear? What's in? Hey, is that our lid?
That's our lid. Hey, you want to pick that up?
Yeah.
Shit, bro. Is that my phone? Dude, what? My fucking phone?
When they returned, their campsite was in complete disarray. That's when Jody noticed a person hiding behind a tree. The moment he realized he had been seen, he bolted into the darkness. Jody and Mask gave chase, but quickly lost track. Realizing that staying any longer could put them in serious danger, they grabbed their gear and left the forest behind. Whatever those people wanted, they weren't about to stick around to find out. Still, questions haunted them. Who were those people? What did they want? And why were they targeting them? One thing was certain. This wasn't about robbery. Whatever their intentions were, they were far more sinister. The way that person watched them and then ran. It almost seemed like he was trying to lure them deeper into the forest, But they didn't take the bait. They managed to escape unharmed. But the memory of that night would haunt them forever. Nicholas Piparo is an outdoorsman known for sharing his rugged adventures, from camping deep in the woods to hunting and fishing across the quiet landscapes of Wisconsin. On June 13, 2025, he set out for a solo camping trip, planning to film a peaceful day of fishing by the water. But what began as a calm and ordinary outing soon took a chilling turn, one that would become one of the most unsettling experiences of his life.
Lola, come here. How's it going?
While fishing along the edge of the riverbank, Nicholas noticed two strangers watching him from behind the bushes. In the captions, he mentioned how their expressions looked wild, unsettling, almost unhinged. They slowly began moving closer. Trying to ease the tension, Nicholas greeted them, asking how their day was. But there was no reply, just silence, and those blank, unblinking stares fixed right on him. That's when an uneasy feeling started to creep over him.
Come here. Come here. Woohoo! Alright, those dudes are just standing there staring at me. Sketchy! I don't know if they wanted something or what, but they were peeping me out from down the river, and then they came closer and closer, then they were just tending to look at the trees, and then they kept staring at me. Fuck. Usually people like say something or whatever. They're just standing there staring, like, especially peeking past the trees halfway down the river, and then getting closer and closer, and then standing next to me and just staring at me. Yikes.
The two strangers didn't have any fishing gear with them, and that was the first red flag. They stood there, staring directly at Nicholas while pretending to examine the trees, leaving him confused about what they were really after. Minutes passed, but they didn't move away. Instead, they crept closer. His instincts screamed that something wasn't right. Choosing safety over curiosity, he called for his dog and moved further up the river, refusing to stick around any longer. The way those men stared, silent, unblinking, almost studying him, it didn't feel normal. Maybe they were just drifters, or maybe something far more sinister was at play. In the wilderness, you don't always get second chances. Sometimes, your survival depends entirely on how quickly you listen to your instincts, and that's what Nicholas chose to do. This disturbing encounter comes from the YouTube channel Happy Hippie Wild Living, where Jonathan documents his raw journey of living in the wild. For nearly 2.5 years, he has been camping, hiking, exploring, and living home-free in nature. On January 3rd, 2024, Jonathan planned a simple overnight stay at a remote bothy, just another quiet night in the wilderness. But he had no idea that this night would turn into something he never expected to experience out there alone.
Welcome to day 435 of me living out in nature, and it's the new year, so I thought I'd do a nice long video instead of the little short minute ones I've been doing recently. Today I'm going to go find a bothy around this area somewhere. It'll be the third time I've stayed in a bothy. I've never had any guests, so third time's a charm. The bothy I'm going to is called the White Lagan, I believe, and it's by Loch D, and I've got a bit of wood with me just in case there's no dry stuff there, so I can have a fire with ease. Oh. I've said this before, there's beauty around every corner, and this is what I mean. You couldn't see that from down there, but then bam, look at this. Scotland is definitely the most beautiful place I've ever been. I love it here so much. I've only got 2 more months in this beautiful land, and then I go back to England, and then I'll start my bushcraft job again, live in their woodlands, and then in October, I don't know what I'll do. Right now, it's coming back here, but I never know what I'm going to do. I never plan, so we will see in October. I've just found this along my route. It's called the Glentroll Giant Axe Head, but I do not research things along the way, so I don't know what it is. I don't know what it was. Maybe one of you will know and tell me in the comments. It's pretty cool though. We have just made it to the beautiful Loch D. Wagwan D. Person on this hike yet, but that's how most of my days go in the winter. I like that I get to do this in the winter mostly, and then the summer job I'm just at one place, so I miss all the crowds when I'm out in nature. There's my home in the distance. Let me zoom in. It's got the nice Scottish flag on it. Let's go see what it looks like. I've had people say I'm brave and ballsy for living this lifestyle, but there's nothing brave about it when it's doing something you love, so I don't agree with that. I do agree with doing things you're passionate about in life. You only live once. Life goes by pretty fucking quick, so get out there and do what you love. Well, I have made it to my home for the night, and it looks beautiful. Let's go see if anyone's in. Oh, nice bunk beds. Sweet. Nice and cozy.
For anyone unfamiliar, a bothy is a small, abandoned shelter tucked deep into remote wilderness, open for anyone to use, but far from anything resembling safety or civilization. Jonathan eventually reached the bothy and stepped inside. After checking every corner and finding no one else there, he felt relieved. It seemed he'd have the entire place to himself for the night.
Said I wanted to take up fishing. Someone's left a little homemade fishing rod. Really sweet. You see some pretty weird shit written on doors. That's normally the shit you see. Smoke that shit. And that's a common one. If you can see it, it says fuck Bill Gates. That one, little coordinates. Think I'm gonna go check it out? Hell no, but I'm sure someone's just joking. Look at the amazing view from the window. You got the lock down there. I love coming in bothies, they're so homely. Getting a bit hungry, so I think I'll have a wee bit of haggis for lunch. Of course, I will top it off with a little mustard. Looks like more people are coming, but they've drove it. I didn't even know you could drive on this road. And just had that family come in, and they said they'd just been to a different bothy nearby, and they were just searching around for another one. So they're just gonna have a little walk somewhere, and they said, I might have guests tonight, so we'll see how it goes.
He saw a family passing nearby and exchanged a few casual words with them. They mentioned they might return to use the shelter later, but nothing was certain. As darkness settled over the mountains, Jonathan began setting up his sleeping pad and getting a simple meal ready for the night.
I've set up my bed for the night. Gonna get the fire on when it gets darker. There's normally loads of candles around, but they've all been burnt out. Finish off the haggis, and of course putting in my favourite, cayenne pepper. And as always, top it off with a little mustard. And there we have dinner fit for a little hippie. Simple and delicious.
Everything felt calm and uneventful. He lit a small fire, warmed himself before settling in for the night. But that quiet peace didn't last. Something unexpected happened that completely broke the silence.
This will probably be me for most of the night now. I just get my music on, enjoy this beautiful fire, and get back outside tomorrow in my hammock. I got one of them water filter straws, and it comes with 2 little bags as well, so you can attach the straw to that. But I've not got to use. Oh, maybe this is the guests. There was no one there. I don't know if that's just the people fucking with me or something. I don't know if that's something they do. But I don't think it would be that family. It was just a dad and his daughter and son. Oh well, we'll see.
Unsettling noises echoed from outside. Knocks and bangs at the door, deliberate and sharp. Each time Jonathan checked, no one was there. Confusion quickly turned to unease. At first, he thought it might be the family that came earlier, but there was no sign of anyone when he looked.
It was just knocking on the door again, and then I went out, but there was no one there, so I don't know what's going on, but I've not heard of any haunted bobbies or anything. I've never had weird shit. Fuck's sake. Just wanted a nice little bobby night. If you've watched all my videos before, you know I don't do shit like this. Fun night.
The sounds came again. This time, 3 slow, deliberate knocks, unmistakably human-like. Jonathan froze, his thoughts spiraling. Was someone out there trying to mess with him? Or was something unseen lurking in the darkness with him? He tried to shake off the uneasy feeling and eventually forced himself to lie down, hoping sleep would drown out the fear. But just as he drifted off, the noises returned, pulling him back awake, sharper and impossible to ignore.
I can hear walking around in the other room, and then I go in there, and it just stops. Maybe I just put my music on really loud and forget about it. Hey, cameraman never dies, right? So it's been about an hour and a half since I last made a video, and I've just been doing what I said. I've had my music on loud, I've listened to Blink, some drum and bass, some reggae, and I'm doing what I came here to do, and that's have a good fucking night. So I'm going to enjoy my time by this fire and have an amazing day tomorrow, back out in nature where I belong. So peace and love, good night.
The noises stayed persistent, each one sending a chill down his spine. Yet no matter how many times Jonathan checked, he couldn't find a source. No people, no animals, Nothing. Whatever it was, the sounds felt intentional, almost like something out there wanted him to know he wasn't alone. Trying to calm himself, he put on some music, hoping it would drown out the unease. Finally, he pushed himself onto his sleeping pad, trying to calm his racing mind. After that, the night dragged on quietly, though an undercurrent of unease never fully left him.
Good morning. Had a bit of an experience last night. Not really sure what was going on. Thought it was just people knocking the door and running away that were camping nearby, but it didn't seem like that when I went outside. Couldn't really explain what was happening next door with the noises, but I'm not really a believer in ghosts myself. It was a bit creepy, but I'm more of an alien guy. But if you are into ghosts and all that paranormal stuff, these are not the videos for you, because this is not what I do. This is not what I'm about. I'm just a happy hippie, hiking, living in nature, loving the world. I never have anything like this happen to me, so hopefully it's just a one-off and everything goes back to normal now. So we'll see you on my next hike.
By morning, Jonathan tried to make sense of what happened. He looked around the area, but there were no tracks, no signs of anyone passing through, nothing that explained the knocks that kept him awake. He wasn't convinced it was anything paranormal, but the thought of someone lurking outside all night made even less sense. In the end, he left with more questions than answers. Whatever was out there remains a chilling mystery. This last clip comes from a YouTube channel named The Hoggett Project, where Jake shares his thrilling outdoor adventures and peaceful wild camping trips in stunning locations, showcasing his deep connection with nature. He invites viewers to join him on his journey, allowing them to immerse themselves in the wilderness alongside him. Jake's solo camping trip started like any other on August 12, 2024. He arrived at his chosen spot, pitched his tent, and settled in for the night. But as the stars began to twinkle overhead, a growing sense of unease started to gnaw at his nerves, foreshadowing a night that wouldn't be like any other.
As you can see, it's sloping with the hill. It's getting pretty dark, so we got this set up just in time. Now let's get everything else going. Not so sure the incense worked. Scare off the bugs. But it does smell nice.
Initially, Jake felt at peace, immersing himself in the calm atmosphere of the campsite. However, as darkness descended, unsettling noises began to echo through the woods, shattering his sense of calm. Little did he know, this night would take a dark and unexpected turn, thrusting him into a terrifying unknown.
Let's open out that way too. Lets a little bit of light into these woods. That way, cannot see a thing. And I don't think I was recording earlier, but something made a heavy sound over there. Could have just been some old rotted logs settling. But up that way, a couple miles, there is a camp, but I don't think anybody's hiking this way back down. Anywho, I've heard that the red lamp keeps the bugs away. I don't know if that was me or something over there.
As Jake returned to his campsite and settled into his chair, the peaceful atmosphere was disrupted by strange noises. Loud thumps and snapping branches echoed through the woods. He stood up, his senses on high alert, and scanned the darkness, trying to pinpoint the source of the unsettling sounds.
And that's when I stand up and I just shine the forest. Of course the noises stopped, and I'm guessing whoever it was, it found a good spot to lay low. Getting all packed up, and once I get out to the road, I just take a quick look up towards where the creek is, and this is where it gets terrifying. And I thought I had pressed record, but it was not recording. But anywho, I've got my low beam on at this point. I think I see something small. Maybe it's like a raccoon or something right there by the water. And as I hit the high beam, this
this is when I see it. I see something standing there on the side of the road, pretending to be a statue. Whatever this was decided it was just going to freeze, and then maybe I wouldn't think it was anything. But as I'm looking in that direction, not even kidding, it looks like somebody dressed up in camo. And they've got their back slightly angled away, I'd say like at a 45 degree. They're standing there about 6 feet tall, looking like a human that I just caught that was probably sneaking up on me. That's all I can think.
As the flashlight beam swept across the forest, Jake's heart skipped a beat. He saw it. A figure standing stock still, shrouded in darkness. Jake's heart sank, and trying to play it cool, he deliberately avoided looking directly at the figure, pretending he hadn't seen it. But he couldn't shake the feeling that the figure's gaze was fixed on him, watching his every move. Jake fled the scene, flashing his light one last time, but the figure was gone. Relieved, he turned to leave. However, when he reviewed his camera footage, he discovered something even more unsettling. The footage revealed a chilling image. A face peering out from behind a tree, its eyes fixed menacingly on Jake. The realization sent shivers down his spine. Yet he felt a sense of relief wash over him, grateful that he'd trusted his instincts and decided to leave when he did. If you enjoyed our video, then like and comment which encounter was the most disturbing, and subscribe our channel for more disturbing content.